Our Father, hallowed be thy name, Our Father, hallowed be thy name, hallowed be thy name.
The Ohio River is the largest tributary of the Mississippi River. Its waters led to the creation of towns and cities that have changed history. The river led the way for the birth of the state of Ohio. The northern Ohio Valley includes West Virginia, known for its rugged beauty, and Pennsylvania, the second of the original 13 colonies to form the United States. 200 years ago, in the pioneer town of Steubenville, Ohio, a boy was born. As he grew, Stephen Return Riggs would later write about his time in the Ohio Valley. During those early years, he felt the great value and importance of having a Christian heritage. He also felt compassion for those who were less fortunate. He said this:
"With very little hesitation or delay, the decision to go as a missionary had been reached, that, God willing, I would go somewhere among the unevangelized."
So the course for Stephen Riggs was set. For his missionary work, doors were opened to go to China and Africa. However, concern about the tribes within the continental United States were expressed. So Stephen Riggs and his wife Mary turned their eyes westward, not for gold, not for land. They were going to give their lives for the largest and most feared Native American tribe, the Dakota Sioux. The Dakota Indians pursued an extreme warlike behavior against neighboring tribes. They displayed an air of proud superiority that was found unusual among the Native Americans and their most hated enemies. The Ojibwas gave them the name Sioux. For many of the Dakota, the Riggs family was the first contact with outsiders. In an age when there was not even ballpoint pens, Stephen plowed ahead to learn to speak Dakota like a Dakota. He would spend many weeks traveling with the Dakota, hunting, eating, sleeping, and learning their language and culture. Spending time with the Indians enabled him to learn the language well enough to begin his greatest missionary work, a translated Dakota Bible. It was not an easy job, however. How does one create an alphabet for a language that has never been written before? How do you express biblical ideas like camel or concepts like redemption when these didn't exist in the language? After decades of difficult labor, the Riggs and other missionaries were able to see the entire Bible translated into the Dakota language. Of his life's work, Stephen said this:
"We brought to them the word of life, the gospel of salvation, through faith in Jesus Christ our Lord, as contained in the Bible, not to preach Christ to them only, that they might have life, but to engraft his living words into their living thoughts, so that they might grow into his Spirit more and more, was the object of our coming."
Hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, hallowed